Okay, this one is going to be quick. The word of the day for October 19th is obscure. And the word obscure, if you don't know what it means, it can be a noun and it can be a verb, but I'm talking about it in the verbal sense. And to obscure something is to hide it. So today we're talking about those hidden things in our lives that nobody knows about. I'm talking specifically about those hidden struggles that nobody knows about. The hidden things that you cover up and that you overcompensate for by people pleasing, by buying things you probably shouldn't be buying, by overeating or undereating. There are all these different coping mechanisms that we do in our normal life that are just a part of our lives, and we think that it's normal and we think that we're being strong, but in fact we are obscuring what is actually going on. And this actually came from a personal experience that I was reflecting on. If you know my testimony about being healed from an issue of blood, you'll know that from 2011 to 2021, I had a really serious bleeding issue. None of my doctors could figure out what was going on. My period would last anywhere from 8 or 9 days to 3 weeks straight. And anyone who encountered me during those times, most people who encountered me during those times would tell you that they had no idea that that's what I was going through. And it's not that I didn't have people that I could talk to. I did, but I just didn't. There was a sense of shame, there was a sense of guilt, there was a sense of isolation that I felt in those moments because I did not know any other women who had been going through what I was going through. I'd seen multiple doctors. I've gone through all kinds of tests and no one could tell me what was wrong. And I thought it was only me, and it was so isolating. Because it was so isolating, because it was so disappointing, it was hurting me mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, not just physically. I was extremely tired, and yet I would push myself to have the house clean, cook amazing meals, do all these things because I felt like I needed to cover up the fact that my body was malfunctioning. It's something that really hit me to the core, and I didn't realize at the time that that's what I was doing, that I was actually hiding in plain sight by obscuring what was wrong and overcompensating. And that's another word that maybe I am going to address in the future that just came to me. Thank you, Lord. I will talk about overcompensating at another time. So if you want to hear that, subscribe and you won't miss when that word is released. But today we're going to talk about obscuring. This doesn't mean that you are going to tell everyone your business and tell everyone what's going on with you. Everybody doesn't need to know your problems. Everybody doesn't need to know your struggles. And I'm not saying that to be secretive. I'm saying that as a word of wisdom. Everyone is not your friend, and everyone is not a good counselor for you. So be mindful about who you are sharing things with, but be mindful of the fact that you do need to share. You need people in your life who are in your corner. You need people helping you. You need people praying for you. You need people supporting you. You need people encouraging you. And that is not going to happen if you stay in isolation. If you stay obscured, and if you obscure what you are going through. This is one of the reasons why I became a visionary confidant, because there are many women who do not have this in their life. They do not have someone in their life who they can share struggles with in a safe space, and where they can feel that they are heard and that they are seen and that they are encouraged. So I'm not saying that you need to make me your coach in order to make that happen. There are people in your life, because I discovered that for myself. There are people in your life in plain sight who are willing and able. They are capable and they have the capacity to hold you, to hold space for your hope, to hold space for your desires and even to hold space for your pain. Because when I started to share, I started to discover, well, maybe the women who I spoke with didn't exactly have the same issue that I had, but they had similar issues. And I was able to bless them, and they were able to bless me. And I shared with a group of intercessors who I know prayed me out of this situation. So I think this word is a little different today. But we have to start to address those things that we are hiding, those things that we are sweeping under the rug and just hoping that they're gonna go away magically. That's not gonna happen. This is about healing. This is about wholeness. This is about guidance and support. This is about wisdom. You do not have to hide, and you do not have to hide what you are going through. I hope this helps. Blessings on your journey, and I'll talk to you soon.